Genuinely thought that was 1-0. Corner ball in then from Dybala. Going to swing it in towards that near post. De Ligt gets up! And there is the first goal of the game then. Van Dijk against Matthijs de Ligt. And he comes out on top. What a tackle in the end, but it's not a great clearance. But there comes the full-time whistle. It's a very slender win indeed. De Ligt's header in the end. Enough for the 3 points and a Merseyside victory at Anfield for Everton. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Career Mode episode and welcome to what could be the penultimate episode in the series. That's because today's episode features a Champions League double leg header against Manchester United, a semi-final of the FA Cup, and hopefully us lifting the Premier League trophy. Because as I left you last episode, we're very close. We only need, I think, one more win in order to secure it. I'm not entirely sure as it stands right now because we've played 31, Manchester United played 32. You can see we're 16 clear of both Manchester United and Chelsea. But Chelsea would still have 18 to play for, even if we would also get there. So we're just going to play through the episode anyway, see what happens. Of course, that double leg header against Manchester United is crucial because that will determine whether or not we get to the semi-finals of the Champions League. And of course, after that, semi-final of the FA Cup will determine if we can get to the final. So depending on how it goes today, this is either the penultimate episode or not. So we will see because it's very, very results-based. But without further ado, we're just going to head straight off into our first game of today, and that is going to be Manchester United at home for the Champions League first leg quarter-final. And there's quite a few players missing through fitness issues, but this is the 11 we've got for the first leg at Goodison Park. Obviously, Captain Tierney will start alongside Alexander-Arnold and Lunin. After that, it's a changed around side. They are the only 3 players to keep their spot from our last game. Still, though, a very good team. Dybala leads the line. AWB in at right back through injury to Cancelo. Midfield 3 of Alexander-Arnold, Lo Celso and Mason Mount. Let's get into game and hopefully we'll do the job in the first leg. And we won't even have to worry about going to Old Trafford, but you never know with these types of games. The way we're playing at the minute, I would like to think that we are going to crush this game, but you never know. It's all on the day. Let's see if Man United can be the ones to stop us, if you will, in this one. Or are we just going to run rampant again like we have? And we're off and running then here at Goodison Park. Manchester United will be the ones looking to attack a bit more than we will, to be fair, because, of course, away goals for them are on offer here as Dybala's going to cut that header out and Leon Bailey is going to find Koeman. Koeman back towards Bailey. What a touch that is from Pags, a former man for us at Villarreal, but against us tonight for Manchester United, including former Everton boy Jolinton as well. We, of course, let him go to Man United as part of that Lukaku deal. And he's actually doing very well for them. He's one of their top scorers. That ball in from Tierney is fantastic, and Dybala just can't keep his header down. What a ball in, though, from Kieran Tierney from the left-hand side. And if Dybala, in fact, is there a touch maybe off one of the Man United players there? No, it's just come off Dybala. It's just not a good header. And 10 minutes in, we could have had the breakthrough, but Man United, they get away with it. That's a brilliant switch of play from Mason Mount over to Tierney. Now Lo Celso towards Mount. Mount to Koeman. Koeman to finish, and we skied it again. Why can't we keep our shots down? I was going to say why we cannot keep our shots down, but that's not the right terminology. Why can't we keep our shots down, should I say? Koeman with the latest of our chances. And again, we've put it over. So Dybala having his header over the bar. And now Koeman with a shot. I don't know, I've been playing a bit of FIFA 20 demo. Shooting feels a bit different in that. Is that affecting me here? Here is Lo Celso. Out wide towards AWB. Just past the half-hour mark now. As we are into a good position. Now we find Mason Mount. Mount's going to have a strike from distance. And Mason Mount strikes in the opening goal of this tie. I was going to say neither goalkeeper have really had much to deal with tonight in this opening half an hour. But there it is then. As the 2 chances we had before this, we put over the crossbar. And Man United haven't been able to get a shot yet. Our third shot turns golden. And it's Mason Mount from distance who's got it. And when we play the ball back to him here, I was only thinking, really, let's get a shot on target. Not only does he hit the target, it's a fantastic effort as well. Mason Mount maybe wouldn't have been included if we had the availability of all our players tonight, but he's now telling me why I should be including him with that shot. 1-0 Everton at Goodison Park. TAA. Fantastic move from Leon Bailey as he gets in down this right-hand side. Took it a bit far, but there's the ball back in, and David De Gea will clutch it. I think it was Lo Celso with the header He was pretty much straight at David De Gea, so he should have really made the save, and he did that. But again, it was close. If you're a Man United fan, you don't want to be seeing that as Tierney gives away possession cheaply, but that should take us into half-time. At the break, it's Everton 1, Manchester United 0 from Goodison Park. No away goal yet for them to show. And without David De Gea there just before we go into half-time, it could have been 2. But Mason Mount right now is the man pulling the strings out there. Man United got to find a way to stop him. And I'm quite happy to have him keep playing if he's going to play like this. And that is fantastic by Dybala then, as Leon Bailey's inside the Manchester United penalty area. Fake shots, back onto their foot. Strong foot as well, and what a block that is from Anton. It could have been the tie-deciding goal, that. I'm going to be honest, the way this game's panned out, I see the second leg being quite low scoring as well. So that could have been vital, that block right there. Patrick on the turn, finding AWB. What a ball through. What a save by De Gea, and he just didn't recover. AWB fell over as he was taking the shot, so when it came back through to him, he didn't have time to get the ball back and have another effort at it. The Celso out wide towards Tierney. Late pressure coming in here against Manchester United's Koeman's header over the bar, and it remains 1-0 here at Goodison Park. It could have been so much more. Really, it was only us really threatening in the entire game, but as it stands, we only lead by a goal to 0. The positive is we didn't concede an away goal, and any we get over at their place is going to be big, but I do feel like that's a big opportunity missed there. We could have left this tie basically 2 or 3-0 in front heading to their place, but it is only the 1 goal. Mason Mount got it. Next up for us though is Leicester, and it's going to be post-com. It is the only post-com game of the day, as this could have been the game where we secured our Premier League title. Could have been the key word, because we had to rely on results elsewhere going our way and actually winning this game as well. So we would try and do our best to get the result in our favour, but I had a feeling that it wasn't going to go our way elsewhere. We had to require, I think, Brighton to beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, and that doesn't go our way. I can't remember if it is Brighton, but I know for sure that that Chelsea did get the win. So, although in this game right here, we actually did put on a very, very good performance at the King Power Stadium, our wait for the Premier League title would have to go 1 more game because of that Chelsea result. So we were 2-0 up in this one pretty quickly into it. And then Leicester City got themselves a goal back. A really nice move, ending with Iheanacho scoring a header. And actually, they actually did pretty well going forward, Leicester, but defensively, they weren't that great, because we smashed 5 past them in this game. As we move into the second half, and even Herrera got on the score sheet. Lovely ball through from Patrick. Fantastic finish as well from him to make it 3-1. 3 quickly became 4, though, when I believe we got in down the right-hand side. Mbappe, you can see here. Then he squared it back to Catrone for him to score his second of the game with about half an hour to play here. 4 became 5 when Ivan Herrera did pretty much the same thing. Mbappe again providing Vinicius Junior's ball through. Mbappe laying it on a plate, and this was a thunderous finish from Ivan Herrera. The goalkeeper just stood still. He didn't even try and save that, but I don't think there was much he could have done anyway. And like I said, not bad Leicester. Look at that for a turn from Amiri as he tried to do some trickery to get inside the box. Eventually the chance does come, and it fell to Loft, who smashed it into the roof of the goal to make it 5-2. There was only a minute to play. Leicester were already out of this game, so that's why there wasn't massive celebrations from them. But at full time, I didn't actually know the Chelsea results, so I was sat here waiting to see if the fans would go a bit crazy. Unfortunately, they didn't, and that, of course, meant that Chelsea had won their game. So our wait for a Premier League title goes on for 1 more Premier League game. Here we go then for the second leg against Manchester United. You can see on your screen the team we're going to go with. Got some big players in there. Koeman, Dybala and Mbappe leading the line. I feel like if we score anyway, that will pretty much knock any potential wind out of the Manchester United sails. So an early goal will do us the world of good here. A 1-0 aggregate scoreline, as you guys know, is what we take to this game. Just score basically. And I feel like we'll be into the semi-finals. So let's see if we can do that. At Old Trafford, upcoming second leg of the Champions League quarterfinals. The interesting fact is going to be if we do make it through. I've got absolutely no idea who we're going to get in the semi-finals. So there's some pretty good teams left in this, but I still feel like we are odds-on favourite no matter what. Celso, Mbappe, great touch, finds Dybala. Dybala now turning on the left foot himself. Look at the run coming in from Orsic. Orsic is in. Look, it's a poor first touch. Somebody who's been pretty consistent in the last few episodes. Orsic gets through, and if he takes the correct touch, it's surely 1-0 Everton. And it's a massive away goal to play with. Nope, he can't get his touch right. And unfortunately, the chance has gone begging. I will say as well, as Goretzka has a header, what a save, Lunin. But why is he so far off his line? He doesn't need to be there. It's like he's... Yeah, I don't know why he walks... Oh, wait, it's because he comes for the cross and then realises, hang on a second here, it's not going anywhere near me. If that had gone in, mate, I'd have been fuming with Lunin. Bit of rhyming there. Man United have had us penned in so far in this opening 16 minutes. Let me just say that. The only time we've been able to get out was a counter-attack that nearly landed, Orsic in with a one-on-one. So yeah, Man United clearly here to play. And oh, that's not good from De Ligt, but luckily Jolinton also does not find a good pass. Man United here to play. We're going to have to be careful. Cancelo through for Mbappe. 20 minutes in. Great turn from Mbappe. Inside the box. Going to go for the shot. Thought, why not? Didn't really fancy our chances putting a cross in, to be honest. So far in this first half of football, there has not been a clear-cut chance to show you, but this might be the first one as Cancelo's in. Cancelo across the face of goal. Dybala straight at De Gea. Oh, my goodness, that had to go in. Man United will be loving this at the moment, because although they're still behind on aggregate, we haven't got an away goal yet. I said it might be important to get one early. I mean, we're still in a good place, right? Because if we do just score, it means Man United's task becomes even harder. But the fact is, we've played 37 minutes of football, and there's not really been a clear-cut chance other than that one right there from Dybala, apart from the touch from Orsic that went bad. So, yeah, I don't know really what to say. Dybala's ball in from the corner, not going to be found in an Everton shirt, and Man United will clear it away. Verratti on the ball now, goes past Tierney far too easily, and our captain here has some ground to make up. And he's just about done it there. Well done, Tierney. We're approaching half-time. Could have been 1-0 in front had Dybala have scored that. Instead, it remains 0-0. Half-time whistle looming here at Old Trafford. And actually, the referee's allowed to play on here as Orsic gets the shot away. That would have been controversial indeed, because he had a chance to blow his whistle when Lunin touched the ball in our defensive third. We played two passes. Orsic gets the shot away, but nope. It's blocked well by Man United. And so far at Old Trafford, it remains 0-0. I said at the end of that first leg, didn't I, that I could see this being quite a low-scoring tie. And at the moment, it's panning out like that. Really only that one chance from Dybala that we had on target. And then the poor touch from Orsic to show. Man United not offering too much in the way of going forward themselves, though, which gives me a bit of confidence. But, of course, a goal for them will take this extra time. A goal for us will pretty much do it. So I think it's better for us to just attack in this second half and really go for it. Here is Orsic. Look at the run-in from Tierney, and we're going to find him as well. Kieran Tierney up from full-back. Lifts the ball in. Is this one the best header? Yet it is! Finally, we find the breakthrough. Dybala's got it, and it's a header. And I've just completely muddled up my words. I meant to say, is this a better header than what we saw from Dybala in the first one? You know, the first leg. Because you remember, he put one over in the first leg from the header. And that's what I meant to say, not is this the best header. But I got my words muddled up because I was so focused on making sure that this would go in. And I think that is the goal that will sink Manchester United then. De Gea can't make another save from close range against Paulo Dybala. And we have ourselves our second goal on aggregate. Man United now will need 3 goals to send them through to a semi-final of the Champions League. So we have a lot to play for now. And I'm sure they have to now really go for it. And this might be a chance immediately as Jolinton flicks it on, but Lunin easily catches. Last minute of the game now then as we look forward to a Champions League semi-final. Lo Celso comes away with possession. And we've beaten Manchester United twice over the 2 legs. Both 1-0 scorelines. It wasn't the most convincing result in the world, but we'll take it quite gladly. And who awaits us in that semi-final? We're going to find out. And the draw for the Champions League has been made then. Manchester United will face off against AS Monaco, and PSG will face us in the semi-finals. So one of Manchester City or Monaco await us in that final if we can beat PSG. And we've had the better of Man City pretty much every time we played them. So if we get them, I will feel very confident. Monaco are an interesting one, though. They've got here by beating Porto 4-2. They also beat who in rounds of 16? They beat... Where are they? I actually can't find them. Am I missing this? Porto. No, I don't want Porto. I want Monaco, sorry. There they are. Roma. This guy's looking for Porto like an idiot. But, yeah, they beat Roma in the round of 16. So fair play to them. In terms of the Europa League, have the Graafschap made it into a semi-final? We knew they were in there. They have, and it's our former clubs that will play one another. I wanted that to be a final between Villarreal and the Graafschap. Oh, man. Oh, I wanted it to be the final, not the semi-final. I mean, we are still going to get to see our two ex-teams battle it out. Villarreal versus the Graafschap in the semi-finals of the Europa League, and one of them will make it through to a final. So one of our former clubs could go on to win the Europa League as well. Quarterfinals it won't let me see for some reason. But that's pretty cool to see. Now, because of what's happened today, guys, we could wrap up this league title here today against Villa if we win, regardless of what happens with Chelsea, because even if they win, they won't have enough points to play with in order to try and stop us. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this game against Villa, and then I'm going to leave the Newcastle game for the next episode, which should come out tomorrow for you on the Saturday, meaning we will play Newcastle in the semi-finals of the FA Cup and PSG in the semi-finals of the Champions League, not the FA Cup, as its own episode. And then on Sunday, if we get through, we will play both finals. If we don't, I will just do Sunday's episode as like a roundup. If we do make it through, then I will do that roundup on the Monday. So the plan of action is next episode, we will have Newcastle and a double leg header against PSG for us on the Saturday, which is tomorrow for you all, hopefully, if my internet stays up. Fingers crossed, I've been having a few issues recently. But to end off today then, we'll play against Aston Villa, probably as post-com, because the game is pretty much meaningless. Like, all it is as if we win the title. So, or maybe I'll do it live. No, I'll do it live. Why not? And then, of course, we'll come back for those games tomorrow for you. So, a lot to look forward to as we look to now head into this one and secure ourselves a Premier League title. All we got to do is beat Villa. And here we go then. This could be our final Premier League game of this series. If we get the victory against Villa, we are league champions, and I will not need to play another Premier League game again. So, of course, we'll be simming the rest of them. But from Goodison Park, it's an opportunity to get our hands on the trophy for the second time in consecutive years and wrap up our second trophy this season as well, added on to that Carabao Cup that we picked up earlier on in the season. If you count the UEFA Super Cup and, of course, the Community Shield, we could do 6 trophies this season, and we're still on course for all of them pretty much. So, yeah, we could do it here with this Premier League title. Now, I'm not expecting this to be quite the tough game here, as Leon Bailey's already going to score. I was just going to say, I don't expect this to be a tough game, considering that we are pretty much dominant in every game that we've played recently. And no disrespect to Villa, but I honestly thought we'd come here and pretty much have the best of things here. And inside 2 minutes, already straight from kickoff, we craft our first chance, and Leon Bailey scores. I mean, we've got players on our bench that Villa could only dream to have in their starting 11. So it's unsurprising to see us take the lead so early on into this one. I mean, the title party already really started about 4 episodes, didn't it? 4 episodes ago, I should say, when we were already so far clear. So it's been a long, long way waiting. Obviously, we've got a long game here. It's still, only early days, and Villa might surprise me, but I don't expect us to not win this game. If you expect us to lose this, actually, what? Well, I look like an idiot. I mean, why? Why are we keeping that in play? I shouldn't have even headed it back in. What am I doing? I was getting so ahead of myself, talking about a title party, that I made a mistake, and Villa are back in this game. All right, then, 2 early goals. We're back to basically 0-0 again, aren't we? But I have to see this. I don't actually know. I think it's Leon Bailey trying to head this in. Yeah, he keeps it in. I mean, Lunen's in no man's land. I'm so confused about that goal that I'm just going to play on. Forget it. Whatever. Leon Bailey wins back possession, and now he sets through Ivan Herrera. He's in quite a tight angle, though, Ivan Herrera, but it does not matter. And he smashes us back in front here. I expected that when we went 1-0 up, the floodgates were going to open and we were going to smash Villa, and it's not panned out like that in this half an hour. Obviously, aside from us basically gifting them an equaliser, they've actually defended really well. And that's only our second shot, really, of this game, as Ivan Herrera will smash it into the top corner and get us our lead again then. Do not give them a way back into this game, please. Can we just not allow that to happen like we did in the previous one? I mean, since we conceded that, we've basically been camped in their half, so it'd be a little bit ridiculous for us to then allow them back into ours as I'm saying this, and they do turn away. Nope, 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 nope. Oh my goodness me. Straight at Lunan, thankfully, but literally, we were camped in their half, and then all of a sudden we go back in front. Immediately, as soon as we go back in front, we allow them back into our half. I don't really understand why. We're back out for the second half of football as Villa look to try and spoil the party, and Lunan's going to pull off a brilliant save. Please get up and win it. Thank you. My goodness me, we're making this hard work, this title securing, because, like I said earlier, no disrespect to Villa, but I thought we were just going to smash this game, and quite honestly, we could have been back to 2-2 there if Lunan didn't pull off that great save. Can we just please wake up and stop being stupid? My goodness me. We've been playing unbelievable football as of late, and we've come here today, and I know I've got a few, let's say, not first teamers in this side, but even then, we should still be, you know, winning this comfortably, as Bree's going to take this ball down this right-hand side. He finds the pass through, and it's just about kept in. Ball in towards the middle. Lunan again will collect it. We need this third goal, I swear. If we don't get this third goal, I have a feeling that Villa might just get back in this and make it 2-2 and steal it. Massimo turns past Evans, and really, we're missing Tierney here, because Evans is getting rinsed on this left-hand side as Lunan makes another save. Villa really are pressing for this equaliser. I don't know what to say other than we are quite fortunate to still be in front here. Evans is getting rinsed on this right-hand side, and that's because we haven't really got a better backup left-back. And, of course, Patrick. Head it the other way, mate. Not back out for another corner. But, yeah, we haven't got a backup left-back, and Tierney, I don't want to risk him. He wasn't feeling too great heading into this game. So, yeah, as Lunan again. I mean, this is just highlights for Villa, really, isn't it? It's pretty much all Villa in this second half. I said I want this third goal. To be honest, I just want us to not concede. Gonzalo takes this ball away, but there's not really a matter of urgency, is there, as we're trying to counter-attack here. And I mean, Evans isn't really the man I want chasing this ball. Look at him. Look how slow he's running, and somehow he's still going to get there as well. Where's our attacking players? What's going on in this second half? It's like we've turned into a team that doesn't know how to play football. Catrone's ball through. He's not going to find Vinicius Jr. either. I'm just going to make some changes. I'm going to bring on some better players, because, honestly, I can see us dropping the points here. Cancelo's going to come on for Evans. Mbappe on as well for Vinicius Jr. And Lo Celso on for Herrera. Oops, that's the wrong one. Didn't mean to do that. Catrone back in. Lo Celso on for Herrera. And then I'm going to swap Mbappe and Lo Celso. Please, can we find this third goal to see this game out? I mean, that is ridiculous if that's the goal that does it. That's ridiculous. Everton 3, Villa 1, and I don't really know how that's worked. This game sometimes really does baffle me. We play a pass in the centre of the pitch that megs a Villa player as he falls over, basically. He should have just had the ball. And it's led to then the ball through from Lo Celso, finding Mbappe. That's the ball there. And then Mbappe smashes it in. 3-1, and I think that's the goal that will secure us a title. But honestly, it's been really bad here. And we are into the final minute before we get our hands on this trophy then, as Leon Bailly will turn and try and have one more last attack. And he gets inside, actually. He's going to get the shot away. It's blocked in the process. Offside flag going to go up against Smith. And that's going to be it then. As soon as this ball is played, the referee will bring proceedings to a close, and I believe that will give us the Premier League title. So sit back and enjoy us. Actually, not yet, because ref, we are into the 96th minute. Thank you. There it is, my friends. Premier League champions again. So there you have it then. With that result, we are Premier League champions. It wasn't the best game in the world to secure it, but obviously we just had to get the job done, and that's what we did. Unfortunately as well, Villa are now relegated after that. You can see here confirmed that Villa have been officially relegated to the Championship following on from that result. So yeah, it was quite surprising that they gave us a pretty tough test, I will say that for sure. But here is confirmation then of the league table. 33 games in, we've secured the title. Down the bottom half of the table, Villa gone down. Arsenal will escape relegation even after their poor start this year where they were in the bottom 3. But that's where we're going to end it today then, my friends. And I will see you all again tomorrow for our semi-final tie against Newcastle in the FA Cup and our double leg semi-final tie in the Champions League against PSG, where hopefully we will have reached 2 more finals to play in ahead of the series ending. I'm not going to be playing any of the Premier League games at all in the lead up to the end of the season. I'm going to be putting out a team that's really bad just to sim them. So chances are we might lose quite a few of these. But I'd much rather have that happen, having already secured the Premier League title, than as risk injury to any big name players that we're going to need for the other games. So thank you for watching this episode. If you have enjoyed it, a like would be greatly appreciated. As always, a massive thank you for your support as well on the channel. Really appreciate that too. If you are new around here, like what you see, hit that subscribe button down below, and I will see you all tomorrow for another episode in the series. Catch you all then. Adios.